After scaling multiple products up to 7 figures on e-commerce, I have found that there are definitely criteria that you should apply when looking for products or doing your product research. And I can't blame you. A lot of people are doing this wrong, because the gurus out there have taught you the wrong way on how to do product research. I've been there myself, hence why today I'm going to be sharing something else that I think would benefit you when you guys are doing your product research. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jandy Cerezo. I'm a successful 8-figure e-commerce owner. I own a marketing agency, and most importantly, a dad. I drop weekly videos on dropshipping, e-commerce, and paid marketing. In this video, we're going to be looking at 3 product criteria that I look for whenever I do research that has generated me over 7 figures. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to be sharing an example of what a winning product should look like. Alright, the first one we're going to be talking about is market. You have to ask yourself if the product is scalable. First of all, you're going to have to do a lot of competitor research once you see a winning product that you think might work well on Shopify. And if you see more than one brand that have scaled this in a single country, there's likely chance that you won't be able to scale your store up to 7 figures because someone else has already done it. Now, don't get me wrong, you'll still be able to generate sales, but you won't be the leader of the market, and hence why a lot of the dropshippers out there are not able to scale their stores up to 7 figures. They can get up to 5 to 6 figures, and they think that their product would die. One great example of doing market research is the snow teeth whitening. I'm sure most of you guys have seen that before. If you type that in Google, you will see that there are a lot of competitors out there, and you would also see that they are not getting as much traffic as the snow teeth whitening brand because they are the leader of that market. Now, another thing that you can ask yourself is, which country has this been scaled to? Like what I said previously, if it has been scaled at least once by a particular brand in one country, definitely gonna make it hard for you to maximize your revenue. So what I would suggest is you could look at researching another country with the same exact product. And what's a good thing about that is you can have a look at their ads and see how the ads are performing, and you can also see the elements of the ads, which means you can apply the same ad creative into another country if you've done your competitor research already, and you're simply going to be the market leader. That is the key to having a 7-figure winning product. Now, when you're doing your research, you can also have a look at Google Trend. For example, type in snow teeth whitening in there, and you can see how it's performing in terms of searches. How many people are searching this particular product, and that's gonna give you a gauge on what the demand is like. I use this all the time, and 99% of the time, if I see a winning product or I think it's a winning product, I would search it on Google Trend and see how that's going, what the trend is like with that keyword. Now, before we move on to the next topic, let me just add this simple question that you can ask yourself. What platform do you think this product should be advertised to? If it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or even Google Ads. Now, you have to do your ad research as well on different platforms and kind of analyze your ideal demographics or customers and see which platform would work well. I know a lot of people out there are selling general product to younger audiences using TikTok, and that typically works out really well, and you definitely generate sales from doing that. Let's move on to the second topic, quality and feedback. The first thing you want to make sure is that the product is high quality, and to do that, you have to do supplier review research. What I would do is actually jump into AliExpress. You can type your product in there and analyze the reviews. What I highly suggest is you want to find the top supplier with at least 500 reviews and at least 4.7 out of 5 reviews. That will indicate that there's a demand to it for customers, and that will also indicate that the product is high quality. Now, the second thing you can do is also do Amazon quality check. So you can type in your product. 90% of the time, your product will definitely be there, and you will see a lot of good feedbacks out there. And what I mean by good feedback is that basically people from USA trying the product and giving their own feedback. So it's a good criticism. So you have to read each reviews and make sure that you understand how they speak and you understand that they've used the product and that this feedback is actually true. So what that means is You want to justify yourself that this product is high quality, because you don't want to be giving products to your customers and shipping it out, and at the end of the day it's just a crap product that they would throw in the rubbish bin. And you'll be surprised, there are plenty of products on AliExpress that is exactly that. So you want to avoid that if you want to scale your product up to 7-figure, and that's going to help you also to brand, which we're going to be talking about later on. Now, another point in the quality and feedback is checking your competitors' ad and also their landing page. So that means that you're doing your due diligence and making sure that you can create a better creative than your competitor, and as well as a better landing page, and that way you're gonna beat your competitors and capture their customers. Now let's move on to the third product research criteria that will indicate that a product would be a big winner and could potentially generate you up to 7 figures. The third point is scalability and margin. This is very important, especially in 2022. Back in 2018, you can get away with testing a product that is $10 and sell it for $20, which gives you and leaves you with a $10 profit margin. But ad cost is rising year by year, and it's very difficult for you to be profitable if you don't have the right margin. The first thing you want to ask yourself is the product scalable and is it brandable? If you said yes to that, that's gonna give you a huge advantage, because now you're not just thinking short term, you're not just thinking about drop shipping, you are thinking about private labeling in the future, which means that's gonna allow you to generate more sales, increase your profit margin, and have a long-term business for yourself. The second question you want to ask yourself is, do you have enough profit margin? What I typically do is, whenever I do product research, is if a product has a perceived value of $30 profit margin or more, then that's a good sign, because I can utilize that and leverage the profit margin for my paid ads. So what I mean by that is, for a $10 product, the perceived value of that product should be at least $40, which will leave you $30 profit margin. And typically you would see a big benefit if that is the case, just because people will think, hey, it looks high quality because it has a higher perceived value, and as well as you'll be able to utilize that for your paid ads as well. The third thing that you want to ask yourself is, what other product would work well with this current product that you saw? So that means you'll be able to bundle and increase your AOV, which is average order value. So what does it mean for you? You are giving your customers more options so that you can upsell them and increase your average order value, which will lead to having more profit margin, which will also lead to having more money to play around with paid ads, which means you'll be able to scale a lot easier. And for the last point, I just want to add this: don't copy ads from others, because this is not going to give you that winning mindset. Typically, if you just copy ads from others, you might get some sales, but you won't be able to scale that, because that person who has that winning creative already has all the data in the world. And if you have all the data in the world, you will definitely win, especially in 2022. This is a data game. The more data that you have against your customers, the more success you will get, because you'll be able to analyze this data and optimize as you go. Now let me give you guys a winning product example. So recently, when I was doing my product research, I saw this particular product, which is the pain reliever period. I think that's what it's called. So here you can see, from what I advised before, is you need at least 500 orders sold and also 4.7 reviews out of 5 at least. This is a $26 product cost. So what that means, it's a more expensive product, and the perceived value of this is at least $40 or more. So what that means again is that you can sell this for up to $60 to $70, which will leave you with a $40 profit margin, which is a lot when you are doing paid ads. Now from the get-go, you guys can see straight away, there's definitely a market out there for female demographics. Based on the reviews, it has quite decent orders, and also it shows a high demand that this can be scalable just from looking at this alone. Now with this product as well, you can see that you can brand this, you can put your logo in there, you can have a packaging in there. So that means in the future you can think long term, hey, this is a product that I can brand to female demographics who are having issues with period pain. And that's how you should look at your product research. You have to identify your demographics and not just at the top level. You can't just say, for example, for this one, this is not just for female. You have to understand that this is for female who are having issues with their period pain. And then at the same time, this is brandable, which means you are thinking long term, and that will help you get to 7 figures for your store. I hope you guys enjoy that. You don't have to complicate your product research methods out there. You just have to think outside the box and make sure that you understand what the successful business owners are doing. And if you can do that by simply applying these product research criteria methods that I talked about today, then you will definitely see a huge success rate when you are testing product. Now let me just quickly plug in here. We created a paid ads marketing agency. If you are doing at least $10,000 in revenue per month with your e-commerce stores, then feel free to hit us up. We will look after your marketing for you and make sure that you will increase your profit margin by at least 25% in the next 2 months. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't done so. Comment down below action takers plus any video that you want to see from me next. I'll see you guys soon.